Yeehaw! Six side of me. The hick side of me. Being on the 4 wheelers and whale in the middle of nowhere in Kadat. Right. Yeah. That's fun out there though. Sometimes. Yeah. Okay, now, the main point of this video will be to show that trying to make people be quiet about what they speak of anywhere towards this whole nation is the opposite of giving freedom of speech, not just for like thyself or myself and or towards others. So that is by definition worse than a criminal act. If you read the definition of what that would be called, of suppressing of even one of those freedoms towards another, or even yourself. And it has the penalty within those documents too of our founding, which, yeah, you probably have to read yourself because it seems to not be able to be put on video onto like YouTube or TikTok or Facebook of the actuality of the description of those words being used to describe the actuality of what our founding documents say. So, trying to suppress people from speaking outside courtrooms, especially, whether truthful or joking, or just some people are just that manipulative. They go out and they are untruthful to others around them, like maybe the family, friends, and whoever they might be. Some people. But even outside the courtroom, that is not supposed to be feasible, not supposed to be possible, or even to law enforcement of any kind. You're not supposed to try to suppress people's what they say of speech of any such or anything. That is the opposite of that, which would be of the definition within those founding documents, which has the penalty within those founding documents of, which is worse than criminal. Okay, now that's just that one subject behind over there. Primary freedoms and rights of our founding. That it applies to. Another thing is government. Our nation is what? 360, 370 years old. Why has there's dictionaries? Webster's Dictionary, Oxford's Dictionary, blah, blah, blah. We got, let's say, when you want to be a secretary, you got to learn shorthand. You take short notes so you can reference to it to fill out the paperwork you need to later on. There is shorthand coding for like security of this or that for applications of programs and stuff on computers and stuff, blah, blah. But why do we not have a short phrase and dictionary for our freedoms and rights of, meaning take each short phrase of the freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and then have the definition within it? I still don't get that. There is Webster Dictionary, Oxford Dictionary, stuff like that, of individual words. Why isn't there a short phrase and dictionary of definition of, here's what the freedom of speech, definition of freedom of religion, right privacy, and the definition of what those each mean. Like, freedom of speech would mean all words are actually neutral. Positive and connectivity of negativity and stuff like that is actually really not, except for apply in courtrooms and to law enforcement, because you gotta be truthful at every angle. I totally agree with that too, honestly and truthfully. So that would help a lot of people understand how to properly interpret for themselves and towards others around them, of if there ever is. Then on top of it all, people of this nation. Yes, I am for the founding fathers and founding documents, for the modern one of which we all live in, which is about 316 to 370 years difference of. I noticed at a young age, there's a upholding of those freedom rights of the originals of the founding of this nation, as some of you probably have too. But with me being the only one speaking out about it with truth and honesty and pure love of our founding documents, doesn't help anyone. So I'm going to suggest something. So me being the only megaphone of truth ever trying to get out and speak of it, doesn't help anyone. So the suggestion I'm going to give is write your House and the House and Senate at your state level and say, hey, we know this is not right, this is not right. And write your governors of every state, if you notice, if you want, type thing. It's my suggestion. And do it with the House and Senate at the federal level and the president from here on out. Because one voice trying to help doesn't do anything. But writing letters to them would help majorly, not just on my end, but American end of getting the freedoms rights, hopefully back to how they should be. But government, yes, the short phrase definitions of short phrases of freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of this and that, freedom of the right to privacy, stuff definitely probably help a lot of people throughout those one variation. Maybe an Oxford shorthand or short phrase dictionary type thing of definitions. Why hasn't anyone ever thought of that? Was there reason? Anyways, there you go. And I can't be the only megaphone because it doesn't get anyone anywhere. Writing your Congress people at the state level and governors, Congress people at the federal level, and presidents will definitely help. Alright, there you go. Oh, today's date is December 26, 2025. Roughly about 5:15 in the morning. It'll probably be about 3 or 4 days of before I even post this because doing some laundry, got some dishes to do, pick up a little garbage, straighten up a little. And next week 3 days. So, amen. God bless and live long and prosper and toodaloo.